High school basketball tournaments are now played from coast to coast. The future stars of college and professional play get their baptism of big-time competition in these scholastic playoffs. But no little part of the color and enthusiasm of these traditional contests is due to the cheerleaders, whose antics and routines often rival the games themselves from the spectator viewpoint. The film you're about to see will show the best basketball in America, yet it's important to remember that nothing equals the excitement that goes with a home team's fortunes, and that all the big names of tomorrow come from the high school tourneys of today. World Championship Basketball, the Syracuse Nationals versus the Fort Wayne Pistons in the NBA's final playoff at Syracuse. There's yours truly with Coach Charlie Ekman of Fort Wayne and with Al Servey, pilot of the Nats. Now the opening tap-off, Fort Wayne wearing the dark uniforms, and they get the ball. Mel Hutchins driving. Pretty play. Here's Syracuse, and note the sharp ball handling. Shea's passing behind his back to Seymour, who puts it away. The Pistons are up against one of the longest sports jinxes. They've never beaten the Nats on the Syracuse court. George Yardley cages one. A floor view of the Nationals. Seymour screens for King. There's no shot. And the relay goes to Johnny Kerr, the former Big Ten All-American. Has it. And now he hits for the hook. Fort Wayne's ball. A jump shot by Yardley. It rims the basket. The rebound's taken by Winik. Another miss, and this time the Nats take over. Watch Paul Seymour maneuver all the way. Andy Phillip on the far side. His set shot is off and rebounded by Rosenthal. No good, but the Pistons have another chance. And Winik makes it count. George King guarded well by Yardley. Out to Kerr. Back to George. Once more Kerr. And he's hot. Good. There's Max Zaslowski. He's driving. No good. And do the Nats have the jump on this one? Earl Lloyd is way down there. Syracuse is tough to beat in front of the home folks. Seymour's long set rims the basket, but when Osterkorn finally makes it good, the Nats lead at halftime, 49-38. It's Pistons ball, second half. Phillip flips to Faust. And Larry dunks it in. Syracuse setting up their pattern. Seymour and Lloyd are the men exchanging passes. Seymour finally takes aim. Bullseye! Andy Phillip across the 10-second line. Pretty. Mr. Kerr again. His one-hander hits the rim, and the surging Pistons are off and fast breaking. Yardley jump shooting perfectly. The Fort Wayne defense is getting tougher. There's Shea's up the middle. He flips to Rocha, whose shot is up and off. Yardley comes up with the apple, and George is a man who can really carry the mail. Pretty play. A steal by Andy Phillip, and a quick pass to Frankie Bryan. The Pistons trail by only 4 points, 73-69. Syracuse trying to settle down and protect their narrow lead. Kerr in the pivot. His jump shot is in there. That's Bryan, number 7. Over to Phillip. Oops, they lose possession as Earl Lloyd grabs it for the Nats. Now George King moves it down court. Over to Shea's, whose one-hand marksmanship is terrific. The Pistons continue to make it close. Faust shooting. No good, and King brings it back for Syracuse. His shot is off, but Shea's gets the rebound. 85-84. The Nats lead with only 10 seconds remaining. Rocha's one-hander clinches it. That's the story of basketball's World Series. Syracuse proves unbeatable for Fort Wayne on its home court. the Nats nip the Pistons in this game 87-84, and they go on from here to win the 1955 Pro Championship. East versus West in the great season final between the college All-Americans. There's Corky Devlin of George Washington University and Maurice Stokes of St. Francis of Pennsylvania. For the West, Dick Garmaker of Minnesota and Bob Patterson of Tulsa. That's the tap-off. West, wearing the white, wins possession, and they pass that ball around to get the feel of it. A jump shot by Patterson, that's good. Now the Easterners. Ed Conlon of Fordham. He gives to Gola. Over to Ricketts. And now Corky Devlin. His shot rims the basket. But Gola gets the rebound. Les Lane's try is blocked, but Twyman passes to Menzel of Minnesota, and Chuck sinks a long one. There's Conlon. Now Ricketts. Over to Devlin. There's Stokes. Man, what shooting. Don Schlunt of Indiana is the key man here, passing to Garmaker for the basket. Pretty play. Here's a floor view as Jesse Arnell of Penn State finds the hoop. Interception by Gola and a break for the East. Tom gives to Devlin, and that is that. West trying to even things up. Patterson's shot is short, and Maurice Stokes rebounds. Down to Devlin. On to Ricketts. Nice finesse. Here's slow motion on this double squad of All-Americans. Conlon bounce passes to Stokes, and he is deadly. Jack Twyman, number 15 of Cincinnati. He's setting. No good, and Conlon rebounds. Up to Tom Gola. Now to Dick Ricketts. A pretty pass to Devlin, who's shooting for keeps. Swish. The West has talented marksmen, too, like Garmaker of the Golden Gophers. Ricketts' jump shot is off the rim, and McKean rebounds for the West. They're trailing now, and they need points. But another steal by Gola, and the great LaSalle Center needs no help from anyone. McKean drives up the key, but his shot rims the basket. Gola rebounds, and Conlon uncorks the shot of the game at the buzzer. Through there! 54-35 in favor of East as we roll into the second half. West has the ball. This game, by the way, is one for charity, the Fresh Air Fund for New York children. That's Garmaker with a beauty. Now the East. A pretty steal by Twyman, and the Cincinnati Ace just takes it from there. Here's a view from the bench as the Easterners operate. Ricketts screens for Devlin, who's got the eye. Al Ferrari of Michigan State gives to Twyman. Another bucket. West, still trailing, is fighting hard to close that gap. Lane's shot is off. Stokes rebounds, and East breaks fast. Watch the beauty by Fleming of Niagara. There it is. There's Les Lane. Now Bob Patterson. Good. But it's hard to match this East team. They're hot. Fleming feeds Hemrick for a hook. West battles down to the wire, but they can't overtake the other side. Another rebound by Fleming. And another basket by Devlin, and East wins this All-Star Classic 83-68. A brilliant exhibition by America's finest collegiate performers, and named the most valuable player is Maurice Stokes of St. Francis of Pennsylvania. From Kansas City, Missouri, the tournament final of the NAIA. Southeastern Oklahoma in the white, East Texas State teachers wearing the dark. A push shot by Notley starts the scoring. The Oklahomans' ball. Hall's shot is off the rim, and Metcalf rebounds for East Texas. The pass is to Miller, who's their biggest gun. 10-2 as the Texans jump to an early lead. There's Hall driving beautifully. Texans have some first-rate talent. Miller's the shooter. The visitors from the Lone Star State are controlling those boards. There they come up with another rebound, and just watch them go. Lynch's jump shot misses, but not the follow-up by Miller. 19-6 in favor of East Texas. Another miss by the Oklahomans, and another rebound by their opposition. Notley dribbles it down. He gives to Miller for that deadly jump shot. More trouble for Southeastern Oklahoma. The Texans literally bat it down court. When Logan gets the basket, they lead at the half, 36-14. Texans ball, second half. A nice feed to Miller, who hooks it in. The Oklahomans need points. Cox's shot from the head of the key is off, but they still have another chance. Owens' jump shot is in there. East Texas State is really controlling things now. There's Lynch with a jumper. That's good. Cox coming through for Southeastern Oklahoma. Watch Miller on a tough play. No good, and Southeastern takes over. The first try is off, but the rebound counts. There's Metcalf with it. Now Miller. Back to Metcalf, and he's got the bucket. The Texans have too much of everything for their competition in this 1955 NAIA final. In spite of a Southeastern Oklahoma rally in the closing minutes, they're never headed. A final basket by Mulkey. East Texas State goes on to win that big one, 71-54. It's Duquesne versus Dayton for the 18th annual National Invitation Crown. There's Dick Ricketts, the Duke's great center. And 7-foot Bill Ewell of the Flyers, Mr. Big of Dayton. There's the opening tap-off. Duquesne, wearing the dark jerseys, wins possession. This is the 8th time they've been in the National Invitation Tournament, and they're deadly serious about winning their first title. There's Cy Green from the side. Number 25, Jack Salle of Dayton. Over to Horan. Back to Salle. And now to Ewell, who sure can hook. Here are the boys from Pittsburgh. They're playing carefully and very well. Ricketts has the ball. Pretty. Salle dribbles it in for Dayton. Both teams are doing a superb job. They're keyed up for this one. Salle's one-hander is perfect. Once more, the Flyers trying to break through. Salle's shot rims the basket, and Duquesne rebounds. Watch Sayugo Green go all the way. Here's slow motion on Duty Moore's classy team from Duquesne. Cy Green driving front and center. He's fouled on the shot, too. Salle has it for Dayton. A jump pass to Feely, who buckets a beauty. That's Mickey Winograd on the far side. Over to Cy Green. Now to Dave Ricketts. Then to Big Brother Dick, a man with a marvelous jump shot. Just as smooth as glass. Chris Harris and Jack Salle collaborate for the Fighting Flyers. Jack's fall-away hook is good. But the Dukes still hold a slight lead, and they're not giving up. When Green makes another tally, they lead at halftime, 35-30. Tom Blackburn's Dayton team has the ball as we roll into the second half. Salle has it. The feed is to Ewell, whose hooks are hot as ever. Once more, Duquesne. Winograd has it. Now Cy Green. Out to Lou Severine. Back to Green for a pretty driving layup. Once again, our cameras change to slow motion to follow these two great college teams. Dayton's behind by 6 points, 57-51. There's the pass to Ewell. And his booming hook is good again. Ricketts has it. Now Cy Green, number 11. And watch a smaller man go over a 7-footer. He's terrific. Jump ball, and the Flyers, now desperate to overtake the Dukes, get the ball. The pass is to Ewell, who sinks 2 of his 25 points. But when it comes to scoring, the top scorer is Duquesne Cy Green. He's good for 33 points, and brother, how he can get them. There's another one, and it helps seal the doom of Dayton. A steal by Dick Ricketts, and time for one last basket before the buzzer. That's it. Duquesne beats the Flyers 70-58, and all hail the 1955 champions of the National Invitation Tournament, Duquesne University. The NBA All-Star Game, East versus West for the best in basketball. The Westerners wear the dark jerseys, and they've got that ball. Yardley of Fort Wayne with a jump shot. Here's the East, Gallatin of New York in the corner. Out to Shays, who gets a screen from Cousy. Bullseye. Wanzer over to Phillip. Back to Wanzer of Rochester. He's setting. No good, but Yardley cages the rebound. Here's a floor view of the Eastern All-Star setting up. New York's Carl Braun aiming and hitting. Once more the West. They have a slight lead, 16-14. Seymour of Syracuse bringing it up. Over to Gallatin, and Harry gives it back to Paul for a set shot. Pretty. Harrison over to Cousy. And just watch him. Left-handed. He's fabulous. That's Coleman. Mickelson. And then Milwaukee's rookie sensation, Bob Pettit. Beautiful bucket. What a dream game this is. Dick McGuire of New York holds it up. Into Neil Johnston, the league's leading scorer. Watch that hook. There's Cousy with a high one-hander. It's off the rim, but Shays has the rebound. There's Braun, number 7. Swish. West is working it in close. Phillip drives underneath, then flips to Pettit. The East rebounds. They almost lose it, but not quite. Cousy feeds Shays. It's 50-49 in favor of the West at halftime. The Westerners ball in the second half. Yardley into Mickelson, and Verne banks it off the backboard. East ball, Sharma, number 21. Now McGuire. Over to McCauley. And here's a one-hander by Harry Gallatin. Good. The passing by these pros is needle sharp. A bounce pass to Mickelson. And a hard-to-stop jump shot. There's Cousy. Now Shays. Harry Gallatin. And out to Shays, the top scorer of Syracuse. Mickelson's shot is off, and Cousy rebounds for the East. Dick McGuire has it. Over to Cousy, who racks up 20 points for the evening. Once more, Mickelson of Minneapolis. No good, but the rebound's fought for and won by Larry Faust of Fort Wayne. That's Andy Phillip. Now Jack Coleman of Rochester. Bobby Wanja, number 9. Pettit exchanges passes with Phillip. The shot is missed, but Coleman taps it in. Sharman and Cousy are a combo of slick ball handlers for the East. Now Shays feeds Sharman, and he's got the touch. It drops in. Slater Martin of the Lakers. Over to Pollard, and just watch his layup. Jim's high man for the West with 17 points, but East has too much of a lead on them this late in the game. McCauley cutting, and East winds up winning this classic 100-91. Well, you've seen basketball's greatest. Let's look now at the NBA's 5 top All-Stars. Dolph Shays of Syracuse. This former NYU star has truly become one of the greatest all-around players in the league. He's led the Nationals in scoring ever since joining them 6 years before. The familiar 4 on his jersey has become the number to watch whenever Syracuse is playing. There goes Dolph, and he's terrific. Bob Pettit of Milwaukee, unquestionably the most sensational newcomer to the NBA in recent years. The ex-Louisiana State All-American is a big man with a smaller man's talent for quickness of movement. And he has a phenomenal eye for hitting the hoop. Pettit's a man who will shoot and shoot well from the outside, and he'll murder you with his rebound power when he gets in close. Larry Faust of Fort Wayne. Faust is one of the reasons why the Pistons became the powerhouse of the NBA's Western Division last season. An extraordinarily gifted pivot man in a league where tall and talented players are common, Faust has been a steady standout. Here we see the one-time LaSalle star scoring against the Royals. Neil Johnston of Philadelphia. For the past 3 seasons, the top man of the Warriors has been top scorer of the NBA. This former Ohio State University ace has one of the widest and deadliest hooks of anyone in the game. Time and again, the feeds have come into Johnston, who's got the league's finest knack for turning them into baskets. Okay, Neil, put it away. Last, Bob Cousy of Boston. Once more, the game's great wizard makes the top 5. No one, but no one, can match his brand of magic on a basketball court. Some unknown youngster coming along the pike right now may someday be his peer at passing, playmaking, dribbling, or shooting. But if and until he ever does, Cousy must rate as the very tops. There he is. LaSalle versus San Francisco in the thrilling NCAA final. The Dons wearing the dog jerseys, and they have the ball. Casey Jones' push shot is off the rim, and Gola rebounds for LaSalle. The Explorers move it around. Singley setting. Good. Now the Dons rated number 1 in the nation by press polls. Mullen shooting and scoring. A capacity crowd in Kansas City is watching every move by these 2 great college teams. Singley shooting again. Another basket. Watch the smooth operation by this San Francisco squad. Their All-America Bill Russell is playing the post as the Dons move it on the outside. Notice when they shoot how Russell follows it right to the hoop. Perry shooting. That's Russell. LaSalle in the white jerseys. Greenberg gives to Al Lewis. He's driving. No good, but Gola gets the rebound. Once more the Dons, who are strictly hot cats on a basketball court. Notice again the phenomenal tip-in talent of that man Russell. Perry's the shooter, but Bill makes sure. Fran O'Malley down the middle. It's off the rim, and Russell rebounds. Jones takes it down court. The pass is to Russell, and he is murderous. The San Francisco powerhouse is looking for its 26th straight victory. Into Russell, and it's 36-24 in favor of the Dons. Second half now as the Californians continue to pour it on. Perry jump shooting. Jones gets the rebound. There's Lewis. Now Singley, number 10. Over to Greenberg. Back to Singley. Nice shot. San Francisco still holding that lead. Mullins' shot is off, and Gola rebounds to start a pretty fast break. Greenberg to O'Malley, who puts it away. But these high-riding Dons aren't letting up a bit. Casey Jones gets himself another basket. The Explorers doing everything they can to pull even. Frank Blatcher coming up with a bullseye. Those fantastic Dons have too much steam. Led by Big Bill Russell, they win the coveted national crown 77-63 over defending champion LaSalle. Here is the All-America basketball team for 1955, compiled by Chuck Taylor, Converse ambassador to the basketball world. Over 600 of the nation's best coaches, sports writers, and sportscasters assisted in this selection. In making up this team, Chuck weighed not alone scoring ability, but the players' defensive qualities, which are equally essential to the performance of a properly balanced winning combination. That's Richard Buzz Wilkinson of the University of Virginia. Strong on defense and deadly in the shooting, Buzz had a sensational 28.6 game average in 78 varsity games with the Cavaliers. Chuck Menzel of the University of Minnesota, co-captain of the Gopher team and a native of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Menzel is small by current basketball standards, but what a player he is. One of the finest backcourt men in the Big Ten Conference, Chuck has tremendous outside power and playmaking ability. Bill Russell of San Francisco. Bill's specialty is tipping down any shot his teammates might miss by a fraction of an inch. 6'10" with tremendous spring in his legs and terrific timing, Russell is a big reason why the Dons became America's national champions. A terrific rebounder and high scorer. Salle Green of Duquesne. Si's the guy who led the Dukes on their winning ways to top laurels in the Holiday Festival and National Invitation tournaments. A native of Brooklyn, Si's lightning fast and a real jumping jack when it comes to snaring rebounds. One of the nation's outstanding players on both defense and offense. Up he goes, and in it goes. Tom Gola of LaSalle, the man they call everybody's All-America choice. Gola's a player who can do everything superlatively well. One of his greatest assets is his poise, the ease with which he does his stuff on a basketball court. In 118 games of varsity competition against the toughest, he had a 20.8 average, a marvelous all-around athlete. That's Tom. By way of finale, let's enjoy the colorful, wonderful Harlem Globetrotters. Their very warm-up is in laugh-provoking style. Goose Tatum, much alarmed at having to jump against a giant. Some tap, and Willie Gardner gets the basket. The Washington Generals are the opposition, but basketball's comedians are red hot. G. Tatum takes it down to where he and Josh Grider team up for a basket. Grider's shooting, and he doesn't miss. Bill Spivey in the pivot for the Generals. His shot is off, but watch that 7-footer finally recover. This time he's got it. Playing the pivot position for the Trotters is a very different sort. Who else but Goose Tatum, the king of the whole clown company, and incidentally, a very, very good basketball player. Carroll misses the layup, and the Trotters have a sleeper. That's the Goose. The Generals are doing their best, and that man Spivey is tough on rebounds. More and more comedy with Tatum in the middle. The Goose is being guarded by Spivey. He's fouled, he's hurt, and he goes to the bench to get his own ball. Some ball. That's Leon Hillard, the demon dribbler, and has he got the touch? Now a give and go with Tatum. Very nice indeed. The tricks are coming faster now. Just watch these Trotters pull them out. At last, 2 points for the Goose. Does someone say football? Sure. Offside. Hillard kicking. But too short for the extra points. Baseball, they've got that too. That's Tatum rounding the bases. Safe at home, and the world-renowned Harlem Globetrotters wind up another hilarious session. They may not play according to the rules, but they can sure be sharp when they have to. The Clown Kings of Sport. Basketball Highlights has been brought to you by the Converse Rubber Company, makers of the world-famous Chuck Taylor All-Star basketball shoe. Specified by more coaches, worn by more players, the All-Star is America's #1 basketball shoe.